Welcome to another quick review from Ultimate DIY. We're not only going to review today, we're also going to do a quick installation of this little 3-tier towel rack that's going to go in our guest bathroom. Now, this is made by Near Moon, and it is basically called a 3-tier bathroom towel bar with a wooden shelf. Now, I'm going to show you something. This is the way it comes. The metal is really nice. I'm going to put it together. The screws that go together on this thing are little Allen head screws. If you're not able to line this thing up on studs, they did give you anchors, which is fantastic. But this is the shell that comes with the unit. Now, I have stained it just to go ahead and protect the wood, and it's nice. It's a soft wood. I can feel it. It's lightweight. But I decided, since I'm doing everything in the house with cedar, I'm going to do a cedar accent piece instead. It's a little bit larger, gives me just a little more room, and we're going to anchor that on. So I think doing something like that is a really nice option. Basically, you're wanting the steel anyway. This, if you like this and it fits in your room, go ahead and use it, but it gives you that option as well. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to use the little Allen head that comes with the kit, and I'm going to put the racks together, and then we'll go mount it on the wall. We'll use a stud finder, see if there's any studs. If not, I'm going to drill and put the anchors in real fast. Now, this is also, by the way, each one of the racks, if you look at them, they're different. You've got a really short one here. I've got one in the medium, and I have one in the long. So it actually makes or lets the towels dry better because it's spacing them out. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to use the instructions that do come with it, and we're going to try to lay this thing out. Now, the way they're showing it in the instructions, by the way, they have the largest at the bottom, and then they go with the medium in the middle and the smallest up top. And that makes sense if you think about it for pulling and placing the towels. It's much easier if that larger one's down at the bottom. We are at the next stage of it. I have not mounted the shelf yet on the top because we got to figure out how we want this. I'm putting this over a toilet, and we're trying to center. Now, I have already made my marks here, but I'm going to kind of give you an idea of what I did. I held it up like this. I did not take my level from the top because these are actually indented. So you want to do your level. You're going to want to place your level on the side right here. And what you'll do is you will move it until you find plumb. When you break that bubble right in the middle, that means you're plumb. That means that everything is totally vertical. And if you built this correctly and used a square like I did and made sure that all the pieces were tightened and it was definitely plumb on each side here, if you plumb this on the wall, your shelf is going to be level. So once I did that, we came and made little marks, and I know that's where I want the holes to be. So now the question is what's behind the wall here? So we're going to use a stud finder to look and see if there's any studs. And keep in mind, anytime you are in a bathroom, especially over a toilet, this toilet and the sink and this shower are all tied to a vent that vents up through the ceiling. That's the way all bathrooms are going to be. There's going to be a vent. Sometimes you will have a little mechanical vent at a sink, but you're not going to have a mechanical vent on this. So there's a pipe in this wall somewhere. So be very careful. Like if you're on a mirror, like I have in this over here, be very careful and do not just start putting holes in the wall. You're liable to hit that pipe. So I'm going to start here. This stud finder is one of the ones that will light up when I hit it. You'll see, you'll actually, there's a stud apparently right in there, right where we started. Let's see if there's anything over here. Now this is going crazy, which tells me there's something back here. And yeah, really no studding here. I think there's a lot of solid blocking here. So we may not have to even use the little anchors. So we're going to go ahead and try to mount first and see what happens and see how that actually works. So we're going to get a screwdriver real quick and try to run that in. And if it actually hits wood, we're lucky. We don't have to do anything by drilling out holes. So let me grab the screw gun. Okay, so we're just going to simply use the screw gun and see if it's wood behind there. I generally go pretty slow. Always take your fingers off the metal, by the way, just in case there's any kind of wire so you don't get yourself shocked. That feels like that may be actually hitting. See, that looks pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and try to anchor. And if it ends up loose, it's just a matter of drilling that out. So we're going to go ahead and line these up. Let's see. Kind of hard to hold that in place. Let's see if we can get it to start. That feels like that actually hit wood. So let me grab the other screws and our level and we will make it. All right, guys, so I put the level on it. I had to shut off the camera for a minute so I could grab the level. It's kind of hard to function, but we have it. There we go. Now that is nice and tight. I knew I put wood back there. I just wasn't sure how much wood I put back there. There we go. Okay. All right, so now we're going to put the shelf on. Let me grab that. Guys, so we've got the actual shelf on. I've got it centered. I'm going to go ahead and mount. And I'm going to go ahead and mount the two fronts first because the back one's going to have to be angled a little. Even if I put the shelf on off the wall, you're still going to have a hard time getting back there. I could try to go angled that way, but it's no different than going this direction. So it really was not going to matter a whole lot on that. That. So now let's see how hard it is to get these little angles in. I do have another drill attachment that'll go in an angle if I can't get this in. Pretty good. And let's see if we can get this last one. There we go. Shelf is now on and it is installed. So the shelf is on, it's installed. Now I have my old work towel here, guys. I'm just going to go ahead and fold this to give you an idea of how this thing will look. But this is kind of the way to look, and you can spread it out just a little to make sure that you get enough air. And then you'll duplicate that times 3. Each one will hang behind the other one. So it's really a good little rack. The metal's not bad on it at all. It goes up pretty easy. You'll put this up within just a few minutes. So do yourself a favor, pick yourself up one of these little towel racks today. I don't think you'll regret it, and we will see you guys on the next review.